Balloon Beats.
Brendan Kramer, how we doing tonight?
We're doing great. We're doing great.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm locked in tonight. We got a special episode of Unhinged Talk live this evening. We're gonna talk about some fun Yankee stuff. I know it's like the brutal, boring part of the offseason, but we'll talk about Didi Gregorius tonight. I know. Listen, I'll start it off by saying this. I'll preface my argument. The Yankees do have a situation at shortstop right now. I think Gregorius has proven he's not necessarily a solid major league shortstop. That's okay. And there's not many great shortstops on the market this year. So a lot of fans look at Didi Gregorius. He's an old face, friendly face, had a great time with the Yankees, and they're like, oh, bring Didi back. No. I'm not bringing Didi Gregorius back in the Bronx under any circumstances. Now, that doesn't mean that Didi Gregorius' time with the Yankees wasn't good, because it was a solid-ass time. You couldn't have asked for any better replacing Derek Jeter. I think that that's fair. But listen, all good relationships come to an end, and it's better to end it before shit gets toxic as hell. And if Didi Gregorius comes back, it's like getting back together with your ex who cheated on you. I think that that's a very valid metaphor. Right?
I mean, I wouldn't say the X, because that's like saying it's like a big ass breakup. I would say it's more like a mutual point.
Yeah, but if Didi performed well in 2019 and didn't swing at every first pitch in the postseason and pop up to second base, he would have probably been back in 2020. But he wasn't good in 2020.
He was
2019.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Now, I want to just address things about Heyman tweeting out about now the Mets are involved with DJ. That is literally DJ's agent trying to get leverage.
Yeah, it means nothing.
It literally means nothing.
I'm looking into the camera for this one. So, like, that's how you know it's serious. Ready? Watch this. Do not believe all these reporters who just say this, they spew the same bullshit every day and just word it differently. John Heyman, you could tweet the same thing 35 times, 35 different ways. It still means the same thing.
Who would have guessed there's multiple teams looking into a very good player? Who would have guessed?
Every single day, this guy finds a different way to word that teams are interested in DJ LeMahieu. Wow. Tomorrow we'll get Toronto Blue Jays in contact with DJ LeMahieu's agent. Okay. Like, you've said this 35 times already. It means nothing. Okay. But back to Didi for a quick second. the time's up. I think that the only way the Yankees have a different shortstop next year, besides Gleyber Torres, is if they make a trade for someone like someone like Lindor. That's the only way. I think that they're going to give Gleyber another chance next year to have a full season at shortstop. And if he fucks up again, then you have a massive free agency class.
I do think, though, a lot of his struggles this year probably had to do with him coming in out of shape.
Yeah. Which he wasn't that out of shape. Like,
you could tell he just didn't seem like himself. He didn't seem as quick.
I get it, but like as a franchise who fired Joe Girardi, honestly, for holding Gary Sanchez publicly accountable, going on the record and saying that, calling Gleyber out and saying he wasn't in shape coming into summer camp, that's like the most un-Yankee thing that I would think that they would do.
I just think that's just telling him, hey, something they already talked to him about.
Yeah, but they should have told him privately. That's not something
but I
you
also
call
think
him out publicly on.
I feel like that also gives him like a chip. Like, yeah, I need to perform. I don't see. I feel like that pushes them more, pushes the player more.
I guess.
But I mean, give Gleyber a full year, but in nowhere. Like, if we're gonna get a lefty bat, I want a lefty bat that's consistent. The Yankees do not need another streaky player. And if there's anyone that literally defines the word streaky, it's Didi Gregorius. Literally, pay attention. 2018, amazing April. Then he just forgets how to hit a ball for 2 months.
No, I know, but like that's the issue with like the Yankees fan base looking at Didi. It's like, okay, yes, he had great moments with the Yankees. Had some of the most clutch moments.
He tweets after a win.
He does tweet. And he had some of the most clutch moments in the past 20 years. He probably had a handful of them. But that doesn't mean that, like, that's such a small portion of his entire tenure. Like, or we can't forget all the putrid at-bats. For every one major hit he had in the postseason, there were 50 atrocious at-bats where he refused to see more than 2 pitches. That's not what we need in this lineup.
Take out the Twins, and I don't remember him having a meaningful, maybe besides, like, he had a triple against Houston in 2017, but, like...
Where was he against Houston?
Non-existent.
Both times. Where was he in 2018?
Non-existent.
But this is what I'm saying. It's like, it's either he has like those big home runs against the Twins, or he actually does nothing.
I mean, take out the stuff against the Twins, and the Twins don't know how. The Twins don't learn. They don't know how to take. It's not even analytics. They don't know how to read things. You see, oh, he hits an inside fastball. Maybe we should stop throwing him that. No. But besides that's the thing with Didi. He does not walk. He is not disciplined whatsoever, and the Yankees don't need that, especially for where they were hitting him. They do not need that. I don't care that he's a lefty and that he tweets after games, or that he's not consistent at all. If there's anybody that the Yankees need to go after, it's Michael Brantley. If you're going to give me a lefty, it's Brantley.
The Indians, 2017.
Yes.
Against Kluber. That was his one time, not against the Twins.
Yeah.
All right.
Honestly, if you're going after a shortstop and you're not getting Lindor, go after Simmons, because at shortstop, here's what we really need. We just need a defender. We're not like anything else that comes with, like with Simmons. You could be surprised what Simmons can do. He's a contact hitter. He could actually flirt with that left field short wall in the kind of the short distance and left. But with Simmons, you know what you're getting. And let's also be honest. Didi was a good defender. I wouldn't even say good. Like, his arm kind of helped him, but there were a lot of times where there are people comparing Simmons to Didi defensively. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no.
It's Simmons and Lindor.
There's no way. Honestly, I think I agree with you in that capacity. Didi's not even the top shortstop on the free agency market. No. Like, by no means is he even close to that.
Man.
So, yeah. What's the deal with Semien? I haven't heard anything of teams even being interested in him. I honestly forgot he was even a free agent.
We're not even going to know anything because I have a feeling like everyone, the owners and the players, know that they're not starting till May. So I think they're just letting this draw out. I
think that I know who the Yankees' new starting shortstops should be. Don't hate me, bro.
I know exactly.
Tyler Wade.
No, Nicky Lopez, bro. Nicky fucking Lopez.
Oh, Nicky Lopez is an actual GOAT. But like, you know how I traded for him in the franchise?
Yes.
So he's now on the bench because, bro, I traded for Tatis. Like, there's no way I could sit Tatis for Nicky Lopez. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean,
But do you know who I had to trade for Tatis? Literally just Severino. Like I
I'm
wouldn't
pretty
in
sure
real
it's
life. I make that trade 1,000 times out of 1,000 times.
1000%.
Um,
1000.
what else? Oh, okay. So we could touch on this a little bit. I don't know if it's a controversial topic, but I don't really care if it is or not. I'll give my input on it. So the Yankees recently came out because a lot of organizations and people are donating money to small businesses. Um, Obviously with COVID and small businesses are struggling, so these corporations are donating to small businesses, keep them alive, keep people's livelihoods alive. Dave Portnoy, shout out to Dave Portnoy at Barstool Sports because what he's doing is amazing, bro. I mean, he's raised I think $2 million, donated 500,000 of his own money, quality stuff. The Yankees came out tonight and released a statement. They donated $50,000. They're getting a shit ton of heat for it on Twitter. Now, I'm not usually someone to like donation shame, only because I feel like whatever people donate is whatever people donate. But when the New York Yankees are supposed to be such a huge part of their community and they're getting out donated by a guy like Dave Portnoy, who runs the most controversial blog site in the world, the organization, it kind of looks like they're doing it just for like good PR rap. And I feel like they could be doing so much more for their community.
I mean,
Especially because, bro, those small businesses outside of Yankee Stadium run on the Yankees. And like they must have made no money this year.
but no one forgets what the Yankees and Nike had to do to keep those businesses running with the whole jersey thing. But anyway, I'm not going to get too into that because there's no way the Yankees could have won this. Because if they donated $2 million, people can be like, oh, you can use that money for other stuff. Stop being cheap. Because then if they donated
I
that,
don't think people would have bashed them for that.
You'd be surprised. Yankee fans pick anything. They find anything to bash the team. At the end of the day, at least they're donating money and not doing anything, but I'm not going to get too into that. Could they have done more? Yes, but at least they did some form. I mean, with Portnoy, I'm not going to make any excuse, but I mean, Portnoy probably made a lot of money through the whole COVID because, I mean, with his website, it's not like he was affected. With the small businesses,
bro, they're still worth 10 times more than he is.
Well, yeah.
Like, regardless of how much he's made.
Yeah. I just think I ain't going to get too into that.
He publicly called them out.
Well, yeah, that's what Dave Portnoy does.
No, but exactly. But I don't think it's a good look for the organization. I think we could both agree on that. That, like, you're giving Dave Portnoy ammo.
I don't get too into that.
I do. I think that it's fun. Yeah. Bro, Nick, I agree with you. Hashtag Patrick316.
Who's the manager then? Me.
Not you, because you don't agree with me on this, so you can fuck off.
Well, that's why if I'm the manager, I wouldn't have to do anything with that.
Brendan, I'd fire you the first day.
I would literally not play Brett Gardner.
You would, you might be a good manager for me then. Speaking of Brett Gardner, I think it's all but confirmed he's going to be back next year, right?
I honestly don't know. I think they're just saying they're going to talk to him, but I think...
Did you see what Cashman said, though?
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, yeah, I think we'll get a deal done. Like, we really want Gardy back.
I honestly... Here's my opinion on this. I feel like they're probably just going to bring him back on a cheap deal, but I believe this time it's actually going to be depth. Like, he already
agreed. Opening day, who's starting left field?
Right now, it all depends on Aaron Hicks. If Aaron Hicks is not healthy, Gardner's in center. But here's the thing. In 2019, Gardner agreed to be a backup. He said, I'm fine with that. And he still took the contract to be a backup. Of course, injuries derailed everything. But I think this year, if they bring him back, barring Aaron Hicks not being healthy, I can see Brett Gardner being on the bench.
You know he's not going to be healthy, though. You just know.
That's like, bro. I think I can see right now Aaron Hicks potentially... Who knows what's going on with his elbow? I mean, I don't think they even rushed him back. Wait. He had Tommy John in October, right? Yeah, so he came back in July. So that's
get Dominguez in the outfield.
Yeah. We talked about Dominguez the other day. I will say this about Dominguez. Yankee fans are already overrating him.
Oh, bro, didn't we go through this the other day?
Yeah, we did.
We're just tired of hearing about like a 17-year-old. I think we talked about this on the pod.
We did yesterday. What's I
So we're
say?
not going to go too into that because that podcast is coming out tomorrow morning. Tomorrow at 12. Stay tuned for Unhinged Yankees YouTube channel because that podcast will be out. Jackie Bradley Jr. is such a better option than Gardner, and Mike Talkman is still better than I agree. I think that Mike Talkman cannot get worse in 2021. I don't think that if he is bad though again next year, I think
Honestly,
that we could classify him as a fluke, like confirmed.
honestly, the thing with Gardner, honestly, they're both terrible with the bat, and I'd rather just pick and instead of picking between the two, I'd just rather have someone else play at this point. I just would rather not see. None of them have good at bats at all. I mean, Topman could not hit a fastball this year, and it wasn't like he was missing 95. He was missing 90. Like it was not good. I mean, with Jackie Bradley Jr., at least you're getting amazing defense. But I don't see him being a type to jump ship. Not at all.
I don't know.
Ellsbury went to New York because he was pissed that Boston didn't offer him a contract.
What if Boston might not offer Bradley a contract?
Who honestly, wait, I feel like they would have someone else.
Let's be honest, we're not signing anyone. Like, we're not signing.
No one's signing.
We're lucky if we sign DJ. We're lucky if we bring back Tanaka. I think Tanaka is all but gone.
Honestly, I think we're gonna bring, as I said, I think we're gonna bring back DJ. I think that's all. I would be shocked if we don't. I think
you'd be shocked if we don't.
Yeah, I would, because Cashman, players that mean a lot to the team, Cashman doesn't mess up on. I mean, people can say, "Oh, Cano, he offered him a contract. Cano took more money. Look how that turned out."
Here's a good question for you. Here's a really good question. I'll give my input too. Looking back on the 2013/2014 offseason, would you have signed Cano instead of Ellsbury, McCann, Beltran, and Tanaka?
No, I would have kept those guys because look what Beltran turned into. Look what McCann turned into. Beltran practically turned into Zach Britton.
That's true. Yeah.
McCann turned into some pitching prospects that do have potential. Yeah, the Ellsbury contract sucked, but at the end of the day, the Yankees weren't. If they signed Cano, it would have been a full no trade clause, all that shit, and we turned that rebuild into honestly a decent package. I mean, we got Zach Britton. So
no, it's fair. I would probably agree, and also like we couldn't have expected it was going to turn out that poorly in 2014. I don't think anybody really expected the Yankees.
Ellsbury wasn't bad his first 2 years.
No, that's exactly my thing. A lot of people kind of like don't realize Ellsbury wasn't that bad.
It was just the fact that he didn't play for 2 years.
When Ellsbury was on the field, he was not a bad baseball player.
No, not
at all.
Dude could run.
There's
hit
been
for
much
power.
worse. I really do think that if you compare Ellsbury and Gardner stats from the years Ellsbury was actually on the field, Ellsbury was a better baseball player. Easily. Just saying. I mean, it just saw like a lot of people like to bash Ellsbury, but clearly the dude had like severe injury problems.
I feel like there's something
couldn't stay on the field.
I feel like there's something more going on with his injuries that they're just not going to release because
no, there has to be. There has to be
like something like not normal because an injury doesn't stay like that for so long.
Even maybe something like personal. Maybe like he's got some mental stuff going on. Or
honestly,
something.
I would not be surprised because you haven't even heard from him if the mental aspect of that came to him because it's not like he's looking for other teams. I would not be surprised if he really if it mentally fucked him up.
No, I know. And like, I think also the fact that not even like the injury aspect of it, but like the fact of him knowing that everyone in the fan base hates on him and just rags on him 24/7, like it probably impacts the dude. That's why I never really bashed Jacoby Ellsbury, only because like you don't know what the dude's going through. And also it's not like your money you spent. Like the Yankee fans lost nothing from the Jacoby Ellsbury signing. Like give the dude a break. Like it's done. It's over with. Just let him fucking rest in peace, honestly. What's up, Jesse Sanchez? Like the Santa Claus.
I mean,
Brandon, as a Hanukkah person,
I have a Yankees Christmas hat. I just have to find it.
Oh, I was gonna say, what is your Christmas wish?
DJ LeMahieu.
Do you make Hanukkah wishes? Is that a thing?
No.
Do you have a menorah?
Yeah.
I'm so Brandon. Round of applause for
But when
Brandon.
my family left for their trip, I forgot to light it every night.
So that defeats the entire purpose then.
It's still on the table though.
All right, partial credit.
But
You
no,
get
I
like a
mean,
C plus.
as I was saying, I feel like
I love Ryan Garcia. Bro. It's like he knows that I'm the biggest Nick Castellanos guy in the history of mankind. Like
it's not
Nick
like we have
Castellanos
4 or
for
5
president.
articles on the website by Patrick Hennessy about Castellanos.
Do you
And one by
remember?
me. And
Do
one
you
by
remember
me.
Slackbot last year?
Yeah.
I had a saying for Slackbot. Like
Like
every
Grayson
time
throwing
someone would
no-hitter.
say Castellanos, it would be give me Castellanos or give me death.
Yeah.
Good times.
I mean, back to what I was saying with Cashman, everyone does this. And they just overanalyze every single report by anyone. Here's the thing. Brian Cashman is not going to reveal his hand. Everyone at one point last year thought after the tweet came out from that Angels reporter when he put the eye emoji, everyone's like, oh, and when Cashman's statement said, we're going to try our best for Cole, but if we don't get him, we have other options. Everyone read that and was like, oh, we're not getting him. Cashman doesn't reveal his plan. At the end of the day, everything else that you see from other reporters is just the agent leaking out information to gain leverage. At the end of the day, DJ wants to be here. Fuck the agent. At the end of the day, DJ picks where he wants to go.
Yeah.
And if the Yankees give him a contract I could honestly still see him taking less to stay with the Yankees. That's why I think he's going to join. Because as long as there's the big thing is mutual interest. That is still there. And at the end of the day, DJ is going to want to stay with the Yankees. All the Yankees need to do is offer something in a ballpark. The agent's just doing what he does. But the thing is then I don't know what they're going to do after they get DJ. It's clear that they're focused on DJ right now. Because if not, I would have seen them make some other deals.
Yeah.
They're focused on DJ right now. I'm not really worried unless you start seeing other people offer him contracts. Even the Yankee players.
How would we know if someone offered him a contract?
The agent can leak it. The agent will leak that information to gain leverage on other teams. Exactly what Boris did with Heyman last year with Cole. He leaked out the contract details.
If the team doesn't offer him a contract, I could see Boris just saying like he has like 10 offers on the table, like for over 100 million. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, speaking of Boris, actually, there was a report today that in his tryout, Paxton reached 94. That's not enough.
No, that's like enough. What he was hitting before he ended
hitting 93, 94.
Yeah.
Paxton needs 95 to 98. Honestly, if Paxton wants to do well, he needs 96 plus.
All right. Well, if we're being honest though, like for not pitching in how many months has it been? Like 6 months, 5 months. That's not bad.
They said
that's his starting velocity.
He's been doing an entire throwing program since the season ended.
Oh, well then that's kind of fucked.
Like Paxton, they fucked up his back in the surgery.
1 year, $8 million. Do you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would too.
Yeah, but just don't count on anything happening.
What if you could get Taijuan Walker for the same price?
I would take my chance.
Walker.
I would take my chances on Taijuan Walker.
So
because he showed flashes of being decent.
Didn't he like almost pitch a no-hitter against us last year?
No, we have
5 innings.
Rocked him.
Are you sure?
Yes, in New York, he was pitching well, and then he imploded.
I'm looking this up.
Then he had another game where he had like 5 walks.
I don't know why I remember him dominating us. Wow, he had a 1.37 with the Blue Jays in 6 starts last year.
Remove the Yankees game, and he probably does a lot better.
Exactly, and if he's on the Yankees, he won't be facing the Yankees.
That's the thing. Like these, I know everyone wants
this is the start I was thinking about. He had 1 start against the Yankees where he pitched 4 scoreless, but then his next one,
how many walks?
He had 5 walks. He had 5 walks. But still, I mean, bro, that's fire. Imagine having 5 walks and not giving up 1 run, like, bro. But also,
dog shit.
The next one,
he uploaded.
It was 1 2/3. 7 runs, but only 1 was earned. Was that the Derek Fisher game?
That was the Derek Fisher game.
Okay, so that makes sense.
Still, he's giving up like the unearned runs are kind of weird there because he's still throwing the pitch that ends up in a home run.
Yeah, no, I know.
Like, so I mean,
still, he should have been out of the inning technically.
Yeah, here's my opinion on these lower name free agent pitchers. Of course, everyone, even me, would want the big names. But at the end of the day, these guys, especially, we now have a pitching coach now. So it's not like Larry Rothschild, who doesn't really know what analytics are and what a monitor screen is. You can take your chances on these guys. Yes, taking chances is not really something you want to do. With Bauer, you know what you're getting. But here's the thing. Bauer's not going to just Bauer alone won't help us. We need more. And as much as I'd love Bauer, if you can get two or three actual, let's rank them in tiers. You got Bauer in the S tier. If you can get 2 B tier starters and DJ LeMahieu,
consider B tier.
I would consider Taijuan Walker a B tier. He has potential.
One more.
I don't know. I would put Corey Kluber in the B tier because he's a shell of himself coming off of injury.
I'm looking up
give me the current pictures and I'll list. You give me the 10 of them and I'll give you tiers.
All right, I'm gonna list them. Ready?
Yeah.
Trevor Cahill.
Don't no, fuck no.
All right, I'm only gonna give you the ones that would be like viable options. Jake Odorizzi, I would consider him B tier.
B, yeah, I'd consider him B.
Quintana,
B.
Porcello,
Absolutely like not. Absolutely not. No.
What about Adam Wainwright?
Get me Yadier Molina then.
Chris Archer.
No.
Ryan wrote an article about this today. And listen, I would be okay with it if it's a 1-year project. If like, what do you have to lose? You have everything to gain.
He's just been shit for so long. That's the thing.
They're definitely not going to get Castillo and Darvish. I think it's a pipe dream to even get one of those two.
It's going to take a lot.
Cole Hamels is still in the league.
Yeah, he has shoulder issues. I'm not taking a chance on Cole Hamels.
Ivan Nova, I didn't even know he was still in the league. Arrieta. I'm not taking Jake Arrieta.
No, he regressed way too much.
Jeff Samardzija is 36.
Very old.
Time flies. Matt Shoemaker. No. Bro, there's so many like mediocre guys. Like the definition of mediocre. I would love Corey Kluber. I think we could both agree on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, bro, I mean, we're talking about guys like Anibal Sanchez, who I wouldn't hate. Brett Anderson. Actually, I would really like Anibal Sanchez.
Yeah. He's the perfect kind of
How was he last year?
I don't know if he played.
He did.
Garrett Richards.
He played with the Nationals last year. He had a 6.62 ERA.
Yeah, no. Garrett Richards is a. Also, you have the guy from Japan, Sagano, I believe.
I don't want him.
Dude has good stuff, and he's 31.
I know, but bro, Japanese pitchers are like so iffy. Like it's literally like a coin flip. Like remember the guy that the Mariners signed a couple years ago? What was his name? Who? Kikuchi?
Yeah, but there's a difference between that guy was like a decent guy. We're talking about a guy that was.
Are you sure he was decent?
I mean, when I think of Japanese pitchers, I kind of like a tier list. You have Tanaka, Daisuke, then you have like the medium, and then you have the shit ones, Keigawa. Like,
yeah, but wasn't Keigawa a stud when he came here? I remember a press conference and everything for the dude.
Well, when you get an international pitcher like that,
Hiroki Kuroda, underrated. Hiroki Kuroda. Charlie Morton, he signed with the Braves.
Yeah, that one pissed me off.
Yeah. Yankees need more depth in 2021. Great emoji choices.
As Ryan said, Garrett Richards would be decent. He's got the spin rate on his fastball.
Who was Richards with last year?
San Diego.
That's right.
He was He was with Larry Rothschild. That's why.
Ellsbury was great when on the field. It's fair. I mean, I don't know if I'd say great. He was good.
He was good.
I think a lot of people blocked that out. He was decent. I mean, bro, he's still home. That's all I'm saying. How about Michael Pineda?
No.
No, obviously I'm joking. I would never bring
still
him.
Dog shit.
He had a 3.38 last year in 5 starts.
Then didn't he get suspended again for steroids?
Yes.
Or was that last year?
No, that was last year.
I mean,
Pineda steroids? But I mean, he just keeps trying to find new ways to cheat, honestly. Yeah, that was 2019.
yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Well, and Parrot, I'm gonna block you. Say I won't block Parrot.
I think we should leave it up to Ryan.
Ryan, you're the judge here. Let me know if I should block Parrot. White Sox.
Is that Yoenis's brother?
Does that mean the White Sox signed Yoenis Cespedes?
No, I think that's his brother.
What do you mean his brother?
That's not even close to Yoenis.
Bro, yes it is. He probably just messed up the last couple letters. I don't think Yoenis Cespedes has a brother.
Yeah, it is. That literally is his brother. That literally is his brother.
You're a liar.
That's his brother.
Yoel.
Yeah, that's his brother. International free agent. The White Sox signed him.
Is he good? It's
He's
his
the number one
brother.
He's the number 1 international prospect.
Is he? Oh my god.
He's 23.
Yo, Yoenis Cespedes is such a joke. When you look back on the career of Yoenis Cespedes, like, damn, bro. What happened to the poor guy?
Money.
Unbelievable. Oh, everyone. Okay, so everyone knew that Cespedes had a half brother besides me. Nice. Okay, solid. So I should honestly just leave because I'm clearly not worthy enough. Oh, it came out early. Okay, so I'm just not on top of any of the Yoel Cespedes news.
I didn't see it on my timeline though.
Neither did I. And bro, I'm a Twitter genius. Like I'm on Twitter 24/7. No, I'm kidding. I'm never on Twitter. Not like Brandon. Brandon loves Twitter. At Unhinged Brandon. Hashtag shut up Brandon. You should change your Twitter name to shut up Brandon.
Okay, I'll do it.
That's kind of better than Unhinged Brandon. I think that quality stuff.
I can do that. I mean, see with the Yankees is I wouldn't worry about DJ. I think what it is worrying about what happens after DJ. That's my fear.
I have the fear that they're gonna sign DJ, right? And then do the same thing they did with Cole last year. We got our one guy, and that's it. They'll get their one guy, and then they'll re-sign Brett Gardner, and that'll be the offseason.
I think with Gardner it's just depth because I do believe there's some question marks.
Brett Gardner, I hate you.
I do feel like there's some concerns with Aaron Hicks' elbow.
Hate Brett
Clint Frazier starting left fielder 2021.
If Clint Frazier's not starting in left field next year, I'm gonna run over a squirrel with my car. PETA, I'm just joking. PETA, it's a joke. I would obviously never harm a squirrel, regardless of Brett Gardner's starting or not. Like, obviously, it's a joke. Duh. Okay.
So I know everyone says Hal is cheap, but was he cheap last year?
Bro, but we can't just say one contract. Be like, oh, Hal's not cheap. He's on your goal.
Was he cheap when he took the majority of his
that was contract? A bargain. Yes, because that was a bargain. And he only did that because he didn't want to waste more money on Harper the next year. Because we all know that Harper was the Yankees guy, but they went with Stan instead because he was in the bargain bin. We know that. Do you disagree? Do you not think Harper was going to be their guy if Stanton didn't just come along?
I don't know because looking at what Harper got, I don't ever see the Yankees going 13 years. And rightfully so. With no opt-outs, 13 years is a lot.
I don't think Hal is cheap, but I think that he's less frugal than his dad. Frugal means spend, right?
I think it's hard to compare because while George spent a lot, I feel like he wouldn't unnecessarily spend.
Yeah.
Like when he knew the Yankees needed someone, like this is the type of year where I could then 1000% see George. Actually, who knows? Even with the pandemic, George being like, "Okay, we're gonna make an offer to Bauer," and I still do think that I can see Hal potentially offering something, but not a lot. But I know you're kind of really eager to answer this, so please go ahead.
Listen, I'm not gonna argue it because the only thing I've given Brett Gardner is consistency. Like he's been consistent, he's been durable. But just because he's consistent doesn't mean he's good.
Well,
Like
actually, if you follow the trend, he has a really good year where he's like Babe Ruth with the power bat, and he has a shit year. Does that mean in 2021 Brett Gardner's gonna hit 35 home runs?
it's just like I don't know what it is. It's just something about Brett Gardner, like just gets under my skin, and I don't know why.
Bald? It's not like bald people.
No, that's not a thing because I appreciate bald people. I love Matt Holiday. Shout out Matt Holiday. But it's like, bro, like seeing a guy who refuses to accept the fact he's not a power hitter, it irks me. It gets under my skin. And then seeing the fan base treat him like a god, it pisses me off even more.
I mean, Gardner's has
Just
the
like
perfect.
Tyler Wade.
Tyler Wade,
Consistently
Tyler Wade's
garbage.
just fucking garbage.
No, screw Tyler Wade too. Bro, like
Name
no
someone.
one is safe tonight. No one's
Bro,
safe.
literally,
Brett Gardner, Tyler Wade, you both suck.
he had a fucking offseason with Albert Pujols, one of the greatest hitters of all time, and he didn't get better.
No.
He's still shit.
And it's like, I'm not even like afraid to say this because I don't care. Like, I think Tyler Wade should even be able to admit that he's trash.
I would rather take Terrence Gore.
But tell me not, like, as a
Baseball.
baseball player, as a professional Major League Baseball player on the New York Yankees, you should be grown enough to accept the fact, yeah, like, I've been trash. And I feel like if someone said that about you, you shouldn't even be offended. Because yes, you're better than me, but bro, in the whole scheme of the league, you're trash.
So this guy says Gardner has better stats than Hicks. Hicks is getting $10 million a year when at the time that was signed, he was one of the most consistent outfielders. He is one of the most consistent on-base percentage guys in the league, giving you quality bats. He was hurt last year, and please don't tell me that he was better than Hicks last year, because while Hicks was shit, Gardner couldn't hit him.
Also, I mean, there's no way right now we're comparing Brett Gardner and Aaron Hicks because Aaron Hicks is twice the baseball player Brett Gardner will ever be. Regardless of health, regardless of any other circumstances, Aaron Hicks can run circles around Brett Gardner in every aspect of the game. Like, you just can't compare the two.
Switch hitter as well.
Yeah, I don't get it. Hicks was solid in the playoffs too. Great at bats. Hicks always put up great at bats.
Came back with a torn UCL and hit a 3-run home run.
Bro, I've started to see this trend start like a little bit recently. Everyone's starting to jump on the Aaron Hicks hate train now. Like,
I mean, it's just the injuries are kind of getting to them. So I mean, some of the hate is, I wouldn't say it's rightful, but I can see where they're coming from.
I could understand fans frustrated when a player gets injured frequently. Sure. But to say like these guys suck because they get injured a lot, shut up. Like, I don't see you guys on the field playing. Like, I could understand the frustration because I get frustrated with a guy like Aaron Judge too. But I'll never say like Aaron Judge sucks. Like, fucking Slade Heathcote's better than Aaron Judge because he's more durable. Like, you know what I mean?
Aaron Judge shows up.
Hey, pew, pew, pew. All right. Injuries happen. Yeah, sometimes more frequently for others. It's just like the Ellsbury case, honestly. Injury, but this is what I'm saying, bro. Like,
everyone loves Stanton now. That's the thing. He has a great playoff, which most normal fans I actually could think knew once this dude got healthy. We even saw it in the beginning of this year. He seemed more comfortable at the plate. That little muscle loss he actually had helped him, honestly, because he was just driving the ball. Here's the thing. Everyone, at the end of the day, moving Stanton to DH is honestly going to help us even better. Yes, we're paying him a lot. But at the end of the day, if you can prolong this man's career and his only focus needs to be smashing baseballs into orbit, I'll take that any day of the week. We're not asking him to run out balls as fast as he can. If he has to jog to second base to keep him on the field to DH for us, fine.
Brian, answer this question.
I didn't shovel any snow. I didn't get any offers. No one offered me anything. No one offered me anything.
George offered you $50.
I wasn't
That's
contacted.
not your price. That's not your price. Would you have done it for $50? Is that your price range?
For $50, that's decent. That's actually decent.
So, okay, I'm not gonna say all the sus stuff because last time we got in a weird direction, so I'm just not even gonna say it. Stan lose weight and he found his swing back. Yes, I agree. Honestly, Gary Sanchez sucking in 2020 was the best thing to ever happen to Giancarlo Stanton because now he's not the scapegoat anymore. Gary Sanchez can literally just take all the hate. Every Yankees Facebook, every Yankees Twitter person, all they do is hate on Gary Sanchez 24/7. And I don't know what this man can do to put himself back in good graces. I think even if Gary hits like 220 next year with 30 home runs, that's not going to be enough.
I'll take
He's
that.
going to, yeah, but the fans will still hate him.
Well, because the fans are expecting this man to be the greatest catcher to ever walk the earth, better than Josh Gibson.
Bobbio, you're the man, bro.
Gardner's
I don't know, Bobbio. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you, Bobbio. Sanchez can have a 120 weighted runs created plus, and Yankee fans, that's true. Yankee fans, it's weird because we're like the only fan base who like
fan base is absolutely terrible.
we hate our own players.
I say
and I'm
Twitter.
not talking about me with
Yankees
Greg
Twitter
Gardner.
is bad.
Facebook is kind of brutal too.
Yeah, but you always
There's
get
a lot of like hot takes for no reason.
I mean, hey, I have a hot take. We should bring back Jaime Garcia.
Patrick knew you didn't call me up. I would have paid big. Brandon, you really missed out on a payday.
I would have made a TikTok with him as well.
Yeah, bro. You could have made TikToks. You could have shoveled snow. Bro, you're really missing out, like, heavily. Next time it snows. Not to mention he's bad luck at this point.
He's bald. That's honestly never trust the ball.
Bobbio. I'll give you a job at Unhinged, bro. Like you could be like the CEO because you're just my guy. You're in my brain. Bobbio is in my frontal cortex. Bobbio
don't continue. Don't.
In my frontal lobe.
Okay, Pat, let's you're up here. Let's take it down a bit.
Bring the 2009 Gardner back.
The one that had hair.
When I was watching the 2009 World Series last night, I was like, bro, looking at this team, in 11 years, I would have never assumed Brett Gardner would be the only one left. Never would have assumed that.
Well, I think, as Michael said, I think it's guaranteed they're going to sign him to a one-year deal. I don't think he's going to be a starter. I think he knows that.
Yeah. No, as long as he doesn't start, I think that's where we get it twisted. I don't hate Brett Gardner as a bench bat. I really don't.
He's not a bad bench bat for his speed as well. He's a defensive replacement if we need him.
Sure, but a starting left fielder, Brett Gardner, is not.
I say the only way you see Brett Gardner starting next year is if Hicks is out.
Bobbio's a goat. Bobbio's a straight up goat. Just saying. Hashtag shut up, Brandon. Hashtag
Brandon. The Phillies actually have an offer up on the table for JT Realmuto.
Really?
Yeah.
The Phillies need a lot.
It was reported by Heyman, so later he's going to be like, offer on the table the Phillies have.
They need a bullpen.
They I mean, Girardi's just, if the Yankees
well, they get Anthony Dominguez back next year, right?
If the Yankees let Gardner walk, Girardi's going to have signed Gardner. He's then going to sign Matt Holliday. Here he's already got Torreyes. He's going to then sign Starlin Castro.
Bro, Torreyes is another one. Like, I consider him in the same boat as like Brett Gardner. Like, bro, it's like the Didi situation. Like, fans, it's so weird. Like, listen, I love Yankee fans, but I also hate them at the same time. Only because, bro, it's like, why do we gravitate to these players? Like, why is Ronald Torreyes so loved by the fan base?
The only way I like Torreyes is that dude could literally play anywhere, and you knew if you put him at short, third, or second, he was just going to be a good defender.
No, but why is he loved and Stanton is so hated? Because
Yankee fans are, I can't say, the Yankee fans are stupid.
It's frustrating because we hate on these guys who are Giancarlo Stanton in Miami, franchise guy. Like, everyone loved him. he was the man in Miami, but he comes to New York and Yankee fans rip this dude to shreds. He's an elite baseball player.
I guess people forget that this man hit 30 home runs and had 30 home runs, 100 runs, while having a bad hamstring for the second half of last year, or for the second half of 2018. I guess people
I
forget
know.
about that.
He put the team on his back in 2018 when Judge got hurt. He put the team on his back.
No, I would not go to the Phillies. Absolutely not. I was on the fence with Girardi. I thought it was time to let him go, but who they brought in as a replacement was awful because Girardi's bullpen management was disgusting.
Unhinged Philly coming soon.
No, hell no. I don't want to.
Yeah, no, I agree. People like consistency. Stan's not been consistent. I think
Hard to be
that's
consistent
fair.
when you're not on the field.
Yeah, I think that's fair, but it's also I think that's a really bad argument. It's just like just because like
When he's been on the field, he's been really good.
that's what I'm saying though. It's like I get people like consistency, but I don't know, whatever. Anthony, you kind of joined at the worst time because we're about to wrap things up, but that's okay. So unless you have anything else to say, I think it's gonna wrap it up for us tonight. Any final comments?
Oh, so Paul would rather have Paul O'Neill, or George would rather have Paul O'Neill as our manager. Your favorite person,
George. I'm not a Paul O'Neill guy at all. I think the Yankees have probably the worst broadcast team in Major League Baseball.
Put CC and Ruocco as a broadcast team. Give them 10, 15 games
Oh,
a year.
I love Ryan Ruocco.
He announced the Nets game and he didn't drop a curse word.
I just hate the Yankees broadcast team. I think that Mike Kay is extremely overrated.
I think we should take over.
I think we could. I don't know if they would allow me because I would probably get us canceled.
Bro, both of us are dropping the F-bomb within the first inning.
Yeah, no, I like Cone. Cone is solid. Cone is my favorite one in the booth. But I think, like, watching the games this year, because this was, like, due to COVID, like, this was probably the year where I was able to watch every single game. Usually I can't watch every single game because of, like, work or school or whatever. But, bro, watching the games this year, like, Michael Kay was actually clueless. Like, even when he was at the stadium, he had no idea what was going on. Paul O'Neill in his basement, like, I don't know why he's so braggadocious about, like, not having to go into work.
Some of the things he showed was cool, but they kind of beat it till it was.
They did. The first few games, I was like, oh, okay, he's in his basement, But then they started, like, having a segment every game, like, oh, thoughts from the basement. Like, shut up. Like, that's why, to a point, a lot of people rag on the ESPN broadcast, but I do like Matty V and A-Rod, only because while they do spew bullshit sometimes, at the end of the day, they're still talking about the game and, like stuff that's going on. On the Yankees broadcast, Paul O'Neill just randomly start talking about, like, a blister he had on his toe during a series in July in 96. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just stuff that doesn't correlate to the game whatsoever. And when I'm watching a game, I want to listen to the game and, like, current players. I don't want to hear Paul O'Neill's story from 1984 at high school prom.
My favorite booth of all time was Ruocco, Cone, and David Wells. That was the best booth ever.
Did you see this? Kay ripped Sanchez on his show for not being mad at Cole for preferring Higashioka. You saw that, right?
But we've known Kay's just
because he brought up the Posada thing.
At the end of the day, Gary just wants to do what helps the team. And at the end of the day, Michael Kay.
A lot of people like Kay because he's not a homer. A lot of Yankee fans hold a high horse too. I don't know what that means.
Because Michael Kay's not a homer. Like, a lot of home broadcasts are like,
oh, because he's not like a cheerleader.
But I feel like that gives you, like, that's why everyone loves Ryan Ruocco, because he's like, he's a fan as well, but, like, he also knows the moment. I mean,
I think we're going to be stuck with this broadcast team for a while.
I feel like the potential changes is going to sound really bad.
Are you going to say when someone dies?
Well, John Sterling's going to keep talking until his voice doesn't allow him anymore.
I think that once Sterling quits, send Kay to radio.
He won't do that. His contract won't let him do that.
How long is his contract?
Really fucking long. I feel like the potential you'll have on the radio, though, that's a very, very...
I think Ruocco would obviously take over.
I feel like you'd have to give it to Ruocco. But Yeah.
But Ruocco and Waldman, that's just not a good booth.
Ruocco and CC, Yankees radio. No, CC won't travel.
But could you, bro? I couldn't imagine Ruocco and Susan Waldman. There's no way that would happen.
It was in the radio in the beginning. It was before they had Yes.
Well, no, I know.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael K.
Yeah, he has beef with CC. Like, it's like I think a lot of the players on the Yankees, former Yankees, don't like K because of this stuff. Like, he thinks that he's like a celebrity. He's not even an employee of the New York Yankees. He's an employee of Yes Network, right? The Yankees don't cut him checks. Yes Network does.
I think Yes Network, or the Yankees own Yes Network.
Well, no, I think they own a part of it. But it's not like the Yankees hired him.
Let's be thankful that we didn't have what's his name?
Hawk Harrelson.
Hawk Harrelson.
Who's that? The White Sox guy?
The White Sox guy. I liked him, but then I didn't like him. But
cool, I guess
he was cool. He was the biggest homer there is.
Meredith. Here's my thing. I think Meredith gets a lot of hate too. I think Meredith is a quality ass reporter.
Yeah.
Because I watched every single post game press conference this year, and Meredith always gets like first dibs at the questions because she's like with the Yes Network, and Boone answers her questions fucking terribly. Like, do you remember that one video I sent in the chat? It was like in September or something, and she asked him a clear cut question. She was like, it was something like, "Why'd you bring an Ottavino in the sixth?" He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. Can you like word it differently?"
Oh,
like,
he tried to because he knew she asked.
He tries to like undermine her. You know what I mean? Like he tries to act like she's asking like a weird question.
Yeah. Speaking of announcers, I'm trying to think who my favorite.
Matt Vescursion, greatest of all time.
No, I'm talking just by team, not national broadcast.
I like Dan Schulman.
That's the Blue Jays, right?
Yeah.
I like the new White Sox one. That's a there's one more.
The Mets are corny. The Mets are really corny.
They're just really kind of analytical.
Yeah.
Who is it? The Nationals are decent. I'm talking about like a young team that's up and I mean I think it's the Mariners. The Mariners. They have a good broadcast booth.
All right. Quality stuff. I think that's gonna wrap things up for us tonight now. I kind of ranted a lot today.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch the CC documentary.
Oh yeah, that came out at 9, right?
Yeah, I was
quality.
taping it.
I would watch that on stream.
That's Gary Thorne. Fucking love Gary Thorne.
I feel like I'd probably get arrested if I watched that on stream. Because that's like a pay to watch thing, right? On HBO.
It's on HBO. No, you'll get arrested. You'll get copyright strike and your YouTube channel will be taken down.
Yeah. Which is okay. Also, I don't know why the stream got taken down on YouTube last night. Twitch and Facebook were fine, but YouTube took it down.
YouTube is so fucking stingy with this shit.
Okay, but like I'm confused because people upload highlight videos all the time.
So are everyone. No one knows what YouTube's doing.
Bro, the video I was watching was literally uploaded by some random person on YouTube. It wasn't even like an MLB account.
Probably MLB being stingy.
So why would they take down my broadcast but not the actual video that's on YouTube? Makes no sense. Whatever.
YouTube. Literally, people have been arguing for years.
But yeah, so that's gonna wrap things up for us tonight. Maybe I'll do an MLB stream later. Probably won't. I guess we'll see. But tomorrow night we do have trivia. I think we're doing that at 9 p.m. trivia. Brandon's hosting. I'm going for my 6th trophy. Maybe I don't really.
You've lost. I lose count. You've lost 2 weeks in a row. I guess we have better competition at I mean Jalen's back. If Jalen's potentially back. I mean,
you know, we'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow night.
Pat's just gonna be all nice and be like, okay, everything 2013.
2013.
No, what pitch did this guy throw when there was like 10-mile-an-hour winds? And like it was like 53 degrees. What pitch was thrown?
I've never studied for any trivia. Never.
Neither have I.
Yeah, give Power all the hard questions. I don't even think Power's on tomorrow night. But yeah, it's gonna wrap things up. Tomorrow after trivia, I'm probably gonna do an MLB stream, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, everyone stay safe, stay
Everyone,
healthy.
wait, before we end, everyone put a 1 in the chat if you want Pat to stream a horror game one night.
What's that?
A scary game.
They have scary games.
Yeah, you can get one for probably free. If you have PlayStation Plus, I think they've had some good games.
All right, so press 1 in the chat if you want me to stream a scary game on
Hashtag TikTok
Saturday.
Brandon.
All right, so we'll do that. Go follow our Twitch, twitch.tv/ let me put it in the chat, twitch.tv/Unhinged New York. That's where I do all the
And
gaming streams.
everyone, go tweet at Brian DeGennaro. Be like, "How's Trevor Lawrence? He'll love you."
That's just messed up.
He's gonna kill me.
But yeah, so go follow that. I will do a scary game stream one of these days, I guess. And yeah, everyone stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow night.